Don't you think it's like, in a way, you sell your soul? Because that's the way you sell your soul. It's like, you want fame? Yeah. You want money? Yeah. You want people to recognize you? Sure. Okay. But you're going to have no life, and you're going to work so hard, and you're going to be absolutely physically and mentally exhausted. And you're going to move to Vancouver.
Yeah.
Okay. And you just do it.
Yeah.
Because you're like, hey, the good outweigh the bad.
Yeah.
I want to do this. This is fun. And then when you're in it, you're like, oh my gosh, this is harder than people think.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't learn lines that easily. And so I'm studying the night before and really working and trying to get it down, and, then on your feet all day, and, and all this stuff. So did you learn lines pretty easily after a while?
First season was hard. And I also had very specific dialogue in that not only was I speaking scientific jargon and
scary
skeletal system jargon and all of that, but my character had a very particular way of speaking, she was almost on the autism spectrum, and she kind of had a kind of formal way of speaking. It wasn't, you can't ad-lib it. You can't like get the gist of what she's saying, and then
you have to be precise.
You have to say exactly the way it's written.
That's scary.
I mean, I went to drama school where, the playwright is king. So, that was normal, but you're not learning lines like that in drama school.
What's the biggest
you have
word
a month to prepare.
that you still haunt you? That you couldn't get it out?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. There's probably much worse words. There was words that I can't remember that were much worse, but I'd have to say epiphyseal fusion a lot of times. And there was a thing in the pilot that had to do with diatomaceous earth, but that's not a bones thing, but we had to, there was a lot of things, but I probably can't remember the worst of them. But I do remember a certain amount of
acute intracranial abnormality here, acute ischemia, hydrocephalus. It's like that would haunt me. At least, it's like, oh my God. But I guess, did you learn lines on the fly?
So once I got into a groove, like probably a couple seasons in, after a certain point, they're like, okay, this PA will help you with lines. And then at a certain point, they're like, we will pay some of a salary for an assistant for you to run lines. And so I had a system, and I would learn the lines just the day before, unless I had a big speech or a very challenging thing, and then I'd have to do it. But that worked really well for me to just learn it the day before. And then I had an assistant with me on set. And so every break, running the lines.
So you're nonstop filming and then working on it.
I was like a machine.
Did they ever surprise you with, oh, we changed all the lines?
No.
Thank God.
That's
my biggest nightmare. Oh, we completely rewrote your speech. Can you learn this over lunch? No. Get me cue cards. Get me fucking cue cards. I'm not going to look like an asshole.
I once worked on a movie where they day of were like, we put some new pages in your trailer. And I was like, okay. And they're like, well, we'll be filming this today. And it was like a sex scene. I mean, it was not like it was still a Disney-ish movie.
But still.
So it was not, but it was like, whoa.
Hang on.
They didn't even have like a bra for me to wear. Like, it was like, we just scramble. I think I wore the costume designer's bra. That's happened.
When you call your agent and go, yeah, they're making me do something.
There's like, we sent you some pages, and you're like looking at things, you're like, oh, there's
no dialogue.
This is a love scene. All right. Interesting. And I remember being like, you're really cool. I'm like, I don't know how to be otherwise about it. But it was also like, there's nothing like
gratuitous.
It was still in the Disney world.
Right. It was just like,
it was not.
I love you
There
too.
was a bra.